Excellencies, distinguished delegates, Asia and the Pacific is getting old. By 2050, there will be nearly 1 billion older persons, people over the age of 65, almost double what it was in 2025. At the same time, Asia and the Pacific remains quite young. The region is home to 56% of the global population of youth between the ages of 15 to 24 years. The shift from young to old is not uniform across the region, however, as some subregions are still in the early stages of this demographic transition. Population aging is fundamentally a reflection of progress. It is the result of decades of advances in public health, medical care, education, and poverty alleviation that have enabled people to live longer and healthier lives. For the first time, children, young and working-age people, and older persons are sharing longer periods of life together. This provides an opportunity for continued contribution and knowledge exchange across generations, strengthening intergenerational solidarity. However, given the speed of demographic shifts in Asia and the Pacific, countries have little time to implement or adjust existing policies and programs to address related challenges. Across our region, many older persons spend years in less than full health, increasing demand for long-term care and accessible services. Unemployment affects young people, especially women. The rapid digitalization and emergence of AI provide new challenges for the creation of decent work and employment. Women also shoulder a disproportionate share of unpaid care and domestic work, participate in labor markets at much lower rates than men, and continue to face structural barriers that limit their access to decent work, entrepreneurship, and adequate social protections throughout their lives. Persons with disabilities participate in labor markets at less than half the rate of those without, and as population age, gaps in accessibility, inclusion, and support systems become even more pronounced. Demographic transition, along with other megatrends such as climate change and digital transformation, is profoundly reshaping economies and societies, challenging traditional economic growth models, social cohesion, and care system. In the theme study, we identified actions required to respond proactively to demographic change. First, we must shape the future of work across generations by fostering labor markets that enable decent, productive, and inclusive employment for people of all ages, particularly young people, while ensuring a just transition toward green and blue economies. We also must promote healthy and active aging by strengthening healthcare, pension, and lifelong learning systems over the life course so that longevity gains benefit all. We must add life to years rather than just adding years to life. Third, women's economic empowerment must be at the center of our responses. By removing structural barriers to women's participation in the formal labor market and by valuing unpaid care and domestic work across the life course, turning these directions into impact requires coordinated action with integrated approaches that cut across sectors and policy domains. To advance a society for all ages, we propose three interconnected areas of policy action: transform economies and labor markets to safeguard the right to decent work for all, regardless of age, gender, or disability, extend social protection and invest in lifelong learning and the reskilling of youth and just transitions. Build inclusive societies through universal social protection, health coverage, and integrated care systems, alongside women's empowerment, digital inclusion, and accessibility for all to strengthen dignity, resilience, and intergenerational solidarity. Strengthen regional cooperation and partnership by facilitating portable social protection and safe labor mobility, expanding knowledge exchange and communities of practice, and mobilizing regional partnership and financing to accelerate progress across Asia and the Pacific. These policy directions must be supported by the right enabling environment. Progress will depend not only on policy ambition, but on institutional coherence and sustained investment. This means strengthening integrated data systems to inform evidence-based decision across the life course, embedding demographic and gender perspective in governance, planning, and budgeting processes, and ensuring sustainable financing to expand fiscal space. With foresight and collective resolve, by putting people at the center of development, we will be able to create an inclusive, sustainable, and equitable future for all. The time for action is now. Thank you very much.